Not so busy today, huh? You need to get yourself on Facebook, you know, pick up publicity or something. You're all right, I'll get on with it. You've got work to do. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 20 years. This is my last confession, and these are my sins. 20 years. Christ. Sorry, Father. It's hard to know where to start after 20 years, you know, because I ain't been no saint, especially in the early years. And I guess you're wondering why now, right? You know? Well, I guess I want to see if, after all I've done, you know, if I've still got a chance, you know? A shot at heaven, yeah? Look, I guess I knew I was headed down the wrong path when I shot my best friend. I mean, that's not what I want to confess, Father. I'm going to get to that. Mike was a good guy. You know, we'd shoot hoops together every Saturday, hit the clubs at night. You know, he was a real looker. Handsome, grey hair, dressed sharp. He could pull the ladies without even trying. We just left their friends at a loose end, and I was more than happy to pick up the slack, if you know what I mean. So when he begged me not to shoot him in the face, of course I obliged. I mean, that man, he deserved an open coffin, what with all those girls crying all over him. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to shoot him at all. But I swear, you grow up in our neighbourhood, you're either a hammer or a nail. You know, like that song with Paulie Simon and the tall skinny one with the hair. El Condor Pasta. I love that song. And there was no way that I was going to be the nail, so I became the hammer. You know, and Mikey respected that. I said, you don't steal from the family and skip off into the sunset. But you know, he wasn't too bright. Thought he could sweet talk the boss like he did all those love-sick dames. Stupid. And he knew I'd do it too. He'd been with me on jobs. Frankie, Carmelo, Mr. V. You know, he knew I had the juice. It wasn't going to be something I was going to lose sleep over. You do the crime, it's your time. You know what I mean? What? No, that's not it, Father. It was my job. What choice did I have? I figure it ain't a sin if you got no choice, right? But Mikey, he was different somehow. You know, I kept seeing his face that night. The way his eyebrows danced in the moonlight like the furry little caterpillars. The way my 22 was reflected in his fuck me eyes. His proud Roman nose. His lips perfect, puckered and pleading with me for mercy. So I said to myself, I said no more. But how do you walk away from that life? I mean, it's simple. You don't. Look, maybe you get carried out in a box. Maybe you get thrown off a pier and wrapped in chains, you know? Chopped up into bite-sized pieces and served in the family's restaurant chain is a definite possibility, but war? It's not likely. And then one day, I'm standing in Robbie Costanzo's bedroom and I find this fag magazine. I know, you think you know people, right? You could eat linguine off his kitchen floor. He always smelled of gardenia, and he saw Wicked 6 times. I mean, look what I think about it now. How could I not know? Anyway, I pick up this magazine, you know, just to wipe the blood off my knife, and this ad, it just jumps out at me. Find the real you. Take a European vacation and become the person you've always wanted to be. So I took my long service leave, took every dime I owned. I booked into a clinic in Switzerland and I just disappeared. You know, I figure it's one thing to change your looks with plastic surgery, but to change your gender? I just figure that's not something they're going to look for. And tell me the truth, Father. I think I make a pretty foxy woman, am I right? Yeah, you probably can't comment on that. All I'm saying is I saw more action after the operation than I ever did with a dick. And then last year, I met Mr. Right. I mean, I'm not even kidding, Father, that's his name, Alfred Wright. Oh, he's a bit older than me, he's been married before. And don't worry, I told him about my previous life. I mean, I told him I used to be a man. I didn't tell him I used to be a hitman. I figured that would be a deal breaker. Oh, we settled in suburbia and we've been very happy. I mean, it surprised me how happy we've been. I mean, if there is one thing my mama taught me, it was how to cook. And my Alfred, he loves Italian food. So all of his kids come around every Sunday. I cook a dinner. The kids, the partners, their kids. I've even got step grandkids. How's about that? And things were looking looking pretty rosy. And then Angela rings Claude. I mean, Angela is Alfred's youngest. And she met this Claude fellow on the internet. They came around a couple of times, and then one day she calls me. She tells me they can't make it. I knew something was wrong. So I go around there and you should have seen her face, Father. That bastard, he'd beaten her black and blue. I mean, I may have done some things that ain't in the Bible, but I never hit a woman. You just don't do that. There is never a reason to do that. And I didn't tell Alfred. I knew it would upset him too much. And I begged Angela to kick the freak to the curb, but she said he'd apologise. It wouldn't happen again. Which of course it did. 3 times, and by then she was too scared to do anything. Look, I thought about roughing him up, but I didn't trust myself not to put him in the hospital, and I thought that might blow my cover. I couldn't stand by and do nothing. So one day when Alfred was out, I invited Angela and Claude around for dinner. I put on a meal you wouldn't believe. We had portobello mushrooms with mozzarella, fettuccine with shrimp and zucchini, roasted peppers on the side, and for dessert, a sublime limoncello tiramisu. Oh, it was a meal to die for. Which he did. With a little help from a poisoned prawn. I mean, of course I had to tell Angela what I'd done. I mean, and she was surprised at first. Then she agreed it was probably for the best. We buried him in the garden and we said no. As far as everyone else was concerned, he left town with another woman. What? No, I don't feel guilty about that. I mean, he would have killed her in the long run. I figure I saved her life. The thing is, Angela, she gets drunk one night and she tells this friend of hers, who just happens to be a nurse at the local emergency ward. So she comes to me, asks me if I'll do the same thing for one of her regulars. His husband was beating her. I mean, I did not want to at first, and then I made the poor girl, and what could I do? So I made her a nice bowl of tagliatelle alla bolognese, we all had burying him in the garden. And it kind of grew from there, I guess. She knew a lot of battered women, and at first I said, I'm not going to take no monies, and then it seemed to make them feel better, you know, like they was taking control of their lives. So I opened up a secret bank account, and the money just started rolling in. Before I knew it, I had a secretary, a business card, and a grave digger. After a while, I expanded, you know, into cheating husbands, drug addicts, alcoholics, chronic gamblers, lazy slobs, and there was this one guy. He put the roof down with his snoring. I'll tell you, Father, it was criminal. If you'd have heard it, you would have wanted him dead too. I mean, at least he died with a smile on his face. Those baked stuffed mussels with lemon and focaccia were amazing, if I do say so myself. And then one day, this girl comes to me and asks me if I'll make ravioli for her husband because his feet smell, and I think, where does this stop? Do I start making bruschetta cannellini for a guy because he farts in bed? How about some frittata vongole for somebody who won't mow the lawn? Do I knock off some poor slob with panna cotta because he puts his feet up on the coffee table? It made me realise things have gone a little too far. So I told everyone I'm closed for business, you'll have to take care of your own problems from now on. Trouble is, some people, they can't take no for an answer. That nurse, Angela's, after all she'd seen on the ward, she hooks up with some bozo who beats the crap out of her the first time she answers his back. So she comes to me, begging me to cook him dinner. I say, go tell the cops. She says, she's too scared, he's going to come after her and kill her. I say, not my problem, go and tell them. And she says, I have, they do nothing. I say, I've got to draw the line somewhere, and this is where I'm drawing it. You know what she does? She turns on me. After all I've done for her and her friends, she tells me she's going to go to the cops. Going to tell them where to start digging. Going to tell them Angela was in on Claude's death. Get us both put behind bars. Well, what choice did I have? So I say, all right, I'll come over. I'll make dinner for you in the arsehole, the boyfriend. And don't tell anyone, you know? I go around there, I whip up tomato mozzarella caprese, followed by chicken imboltini, you know, with some spinach and some walnuts, some roasted potatoes on the side, and just a cheeky little ricotta pie, just to finish, you know, just to finish. They wolf it down like it was their last meal. A couple of hours later, I drove out to the woods and I buried them. Both of them. I mean, I couldn't have her rush into the cops every time that she hooked up with some psychosis. What was I meant to do? I mean, and that's what I'm sorry for, Father. I've never hurt a woman before. I love women. I mean, God knows I became one. And I'm just hoping that God knows that I'm truly sorry. I mean, I always believed there was a woman up there running things. They run every other household, so why not? And I figured, oh, she's going to turn a blind eye while I'm getting off scumbag men. But now I've got a woman on my score sheet, so I want your honest opinion, Father. Do you reckon I've still got a chance at heaven or what?
They don't give you any information about where you end up. You just go where they send you. It's like an adventure. Have a phone number, you can call at any time, set things in motion. It's all written down. I've told my family, but I don't think they took it in. Or they're not keen on it. Or not listening. It's a cheaper way of doing it. I should have emphasised that bit. If they'd asked me, I would have said it's about giving something back, to contribute, to have a purpose. No, I've always felt lacking. Lacking in achievement, certainly. But deep down there was this resentment about my lack of opportunity, I suppose. I used to compensate in my younger days with fabulous daydreams. I'd be the star of every situation. I'd save the child, heal the sick, dispense charity, speak to the angry mob and calm the situation with the brilliance of my persuasiveness. And then I'd hear the crowd call my name in celebration, Vera! Vera! Oh, I'm so loved, so admired. But in real life I've never accomplished anything of worth. But this mystery tour, this has changed that feeling. I've told them, if I can't be useful alive, then I'll make sure I'm useful when I'm dead. I can see how it will be. My family around me, desperately upset. Me, composed, noble, and yet humble. Dispensing final phrases of wisdom and forgiveness before slipping into unconsciousness. Then the slow breath, shallow breath, in. Then after many hours, maybe days, possibly weeks, many days, day and night, there will be final silence. She's gone, they'll say. That dear woman. Loving mother, divorced wife, who held no grudges when Brian hooked up with that younger woman. Grandmother of 4 dearly beloved children, who must be allowed to view her corpse, because that's a reality. I mean, that's what's going to be useful after all. She is a gift to science, they'll say, between sobs. I imagine my son will be the one to make the call. He will have come all the way from Canada to be by my side. And I'll hang on by a thread till he gets here. Then my long-lost boy will come through the door. I'll open my eyes. Ah! Of course, my daughters will fight about a proper burial, none of this science nonsense. But Richard, he'll understand. He'll make the call. Look, plain white van, no signage, 2 men, simple uniform, trolley, body bag, wheeled out, no fuss, bye-bye. I've heard they send the body far away from the deceased place of residence, just in case someone's grandchild's studying medicine at the local teaching hospital. And it wouldn't do to find a granny on the slab. All in the nutty, craggy, sunken, Asian blue, with a tiny tuft of grey pubes sticking up at the all laid out, waiting to be cut up. I hope they'll send me to Perth by train. I've always wanted to go. Or Darwin on the Gelder. Like that. Oh. They'd load my casket with care. And some people on the railway platform might notice, might wonder. I mean, I know it won't have a label or anything. Not an obvious one anyway, but someone might know, might say, it's going to Darwin Hospital, donation to science. And there'd be a moment of respect. Respect, it's what I long for, what I give myself in my dreams. In death, they will treat me well. In death, they will learn from me. They will cut and dissect me and place bits of my person in glass jars with perfect vacuum seals. And I will float in clear fluid. A reference point. A useful purpose. A life fulfilled.